The San Francisco 49ers are preparing for one of their toughest challenges of the season as they take on the Los Angeles Rams tonight. Both teams enter this divisional clash with plenty on the line, but the 49ers find themselves in a unique position. They are dealing with a wave of injuries that has left their roster without some of its biggest names, including quarterback Brock Purdy, rookie wide receiver Ricky Pearsall, and playmaker Jauan Jennings. Despite these setbacks, there is still a clear path for the 49ers to secure victory if they execute the right game plan and lean into the strengths that remain on their roster. The question of how the 49ers can defeat the Rams tonight comes down to a combination of discipline, adaptability, and the ability to seize key moments. The most obvious challenge for San Francisco lies at the quarterback position. With Brock Purdy sidelined due to turf toe, the 49ers will once again turn to Mac Jones to lead the offense. While Jones does not bring the same level of creativity or improvisational skill as Purdy, he has shown flashes of competence when given a simplified playbook. For the 49ers to beat the Rams, Jones must avoid turnovers and manage the game efficiently. That means making quick, accurate throws, leaning on the short passing game, and allowing playmakers like Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel to handle the heavy lifting. If Jones can stay calm under pressure and avoid costly mistakes, the 49ers can keep the offense on schedule and give themselves a chance to control the flow of the game. One of the biggest advantages the 49ers still possess is Christian McCaffrey. When healthy and utilized effectively, McCaffrey is one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in the NFL. Against the Rams, the 49ers must feed him both in the running game and as a pass-catching option out of the backfield. McCaffrey has the ability to turn short gains into explosive plays, and he provides a reliable safety net for Mac Jones. Establishing McCaffrey early will be critical, not only to move the chains, but also to keep the Rams' defense honest. If San Francisco can force Los Angeles to respect the run, it will open up play-action opportunities and give Jones more time to operate from the pocket. The balance between run and pass will dictate whether the 49ers can sustain drives or stall out against a talented Rams defense. The absence of multiple wide receivers makes this task more complicated, but it also provides an opportunity for lesser-known players to step up. Without Ricky Pearsall, Jauan Jennings, or Brandon Ayuk, the wide receiver depth is being tested more than ever. That means role players and young receivers must rise to the occasion. Even if they do not produce highlight reel plays, they need to run crisp routes, provide reliable options for Jones, and convert on key downs. The offense cannot afford repeated 3-and-outs if it hopes to outlast a Rams team that thrives on momentum. Another critical area is the tight end position, where George Kittle's absence continues to loom large. While Kittle remains on injured reserve, the 49ers must find creative ways to replace his production. That might mean using multiple backs in motion, employing creative blocking schemes, or relying more heavily on McCaffrey and Samuel in short yardage situations. The coaching staff will have to adjust their formations and play calls to mask the lack of depth at tight end. But Kyle Shanahan has proven throughout his career that he is capable of scheming around personnel challenges. Defensively, the 49ers' path to victory lies in their ability to disrupt the Rams' rhythm. The Rams have been gaining traction offensively with a passing attack that has looked sharp in recent weeks. To slow them down, San Francisco must lean on its stars, particularly Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. Bosa has the ability to wreck a game if he can pressure the quarterback consistently, while Warner's leadership and versatility make him the heart of the defense. The defensive line must find ways to generate pressure without relying too heavily on blitz packages, as overcommitting could leave the secondary vulnerable to big plays. The Rams are capable of striking quickly if given time and space, so San Francisco's ability to collapse the pocket and force hurried throws will be a deciding factor. In the secondary, discipline will be key. The injuries to Robert Beal Jr. and Jordan Watkins mean the defense is thinner than usual. But the 49ers cannot afford mental lapses or blown coverages. Every player must execute their assignments with precision, because even a single mistake could swing momentum in a divisional game like this. Tackling in the open field is also a priority, as the Rams receivers are dangerous after the catch. If the 49ers can limit yards after contact and prevent explosive plays, they can force Los Angeles into longer drives and increase the chances of turnovers or stalled possessions. Turnovers, in fact, may be the most decisive factor of all. In games where both teams are evenly matched, the team that wins the turnover battle often comes out on top. For San Francisco, that means two things: protecting the football on offense and creating takeaways on defense. Mac Jones cannot afford to throw careless interceptions, and ball security must be emphasized with every run. On defense, the 49ers must look for opportunities to strip the ball or jump routes. If they can create one or two key turnovers, it could swing the momentum of the game and provide short fields for an offense that is already short-handed. Another overlooked but vital element is special teams. In games where injuries affect the roster and scoring opportunities are harder to come by, field position becomes crucial. The 49ers will need their special teams to execute cleanly, from kick coverage to punt returns. A big return or a well-timed stop on special teams could provide the spark the team needs. Mistakes, however, could prove devastating, especially in a divisional battle where every point matters. From a coaching perspective, Kyle Shanahan must put together one of his most calculated game plans of the season. With so many star players unavailable, he cannot rely on talent alone to carry the team. Instead, he must out-scheme the Rams, using creative play designs, misdirection, and situational awareness to maximize the effectiveness of the personnel at his disposal. Clock management, play calling, and in-game adjustments will all play a major role. If Shanahan can keep the Rams guessing and prevent their defense from settling into a rhythm, the 49ers can stay competitive deep into the game. The psychological factor should not be underestimated either. The 49ers know they are underdogs in this matchup due to their injuries, but that can also serve as motivation. Teams often rally together when their backs are against the wall, and San Francisco has a history of overcoming adversity. Leaders like Fred Warner, Deebo Samuel, and Christian McCaffrey will be tasked with setting the tone and keeping morale high. If the team can maintain belief and play with urgency, they have the resilience to surprise a healthy Rams squad. It is also worth noting that divisional games often defy expectations. No matter the injuries or recent form, rivals tend to bring out the best in each other. The 49ers and Rams are no strangers to hard-fought contests, and this matchup will be no different. For San Francisco, the key is to stay within striking distance and avoid falling behind early. If they can keep the score close into the second half, they increase their chances of pulling off a late-game upset. On the other hand, if turnovers or defensive breakdowns allow the Rams to build a comfortable lead, the 49ers' short-handed offense will struggle to mount a comeback. Ultimately, the formula for the 49ers is clear. Mac Jones must play smart, mistake-free football. Christian McCaffrey needs to touch the ball early and often, setting the tone for the offense. The defense, led by Bosa and Warner, must generate pressure and force the Rams into uncomfortable situations. Special teams must avoid errors and potentially provide a momentum-shifting play. And finally, Shanahan must deliver one of his best coaching performances to mask the team's injuries and give them a chance to win. If all these pieces come together, the 49ers absolutely can defeat the Rams tonight. It will require execution, discipline, and resilience, but the path to victory exists. The NFL is filled with unpredictable moments, and while the 49ers are battered, they are not broken. This team has shown time and again that it thrives when counted out. Tonight,
If they play smart, lean on their strengths, and avoid costly mistakes, the San Francisco 49ers have every chance to shock the Rams and prove that they remain a true contender in the NFC.